Hey, slashers and scream queens. Welcome to the Horror Daddies Podcast.
A podcast where we talk about horror movies.
I need the energy. And the daddies and
Honestly, this movie,
But I have a question.
yeah.
Is Tamara home?
Bitch. That bitch been dead since 2008.
Okay. I still want a movie where they knock on the door and the prince is actually named Tamara.
Bitch, we saw that movie, Tamara, on Tubi. With the Jurassic Park.
Honestly, Tamara whooped their ass.
Yeah, they did.
Tamara whooped their ass.
But I'm your film daddy, John.
And I'm your horror daddy, Carlos.
And today, Carlos, what movie did we watch?
Unfortunately, we ended up going to the theaters to watch The Strangers Chapter 1.
Woo.
Which we had another movie in mind, but we're like, let's go to the movies. But damn, I think we should have just watched the other movie. Anyways, that's not the point. We'll watch that movie next week. Stay tuned at the end to see what movie that is. If you didn't watch last week's episode, which I don't know why you didn't. But if you're new here, hi, welcome. I'm Carlos, the horror daddy. Welcome.
And we're not usually like this. It's just this one really got us. It was an emotional ride, you know?
Yeah. So before we get started,
Yes.
do you fight any demons?
Ooh. No, but I had a random thought while I was watching The Office. There was an episode where Lincoln wasn't, like, one of the characters pretending to be Lincoln.
I was like, I thought he died. Okay.
He did, and that's my point. He got shot in the head, and that motherfucker ended up being on a little penny. But then who's in the $100 bill?
Benjamin Franklin.
That motherfucker wasn't even a president.
That's true.
So what the fuck is that?
He was smarter.
He wasn't a president.
I don't know.
That's fucking bullshit.
I don't get this country ever, so I don't even question things anymore.
I just thought, wow, that's fucking unfair.
That's really weird, yeah.
But
how do you end up on money?
Because they shot him in the head.
Well, yes, but like,
Does John F. Kennedy have a...
will we ever like switch? You know, when we get into the future, like start putting other presidents on the bills, like
Trump and Biden?
No, like Obama or something.
Actually, that's true. Obama.
Like, will it ever change? I'm like, let's change it up since those are already in the past. Like, we've forgotten about them years ago.
Yeah, like
let's talk about the newer one.
Let's not talk about these ones.
Yeah.
Like, they own slaves. Let's not talk about them.
Let's move on.
I'm just saying. Did you find any demons? I just had a random thought all week.
No, you're fine. You're fine. A cold, but I got over it.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yesterday.
That's good. Yeah, being sick is not fun at all.
It
fucking sucks.
But to sweat it out and stuff, I just clean my house.
Oh, that's good.
Therapeutic.
Yeah, I think sometimes you kind of need to have your energy. Like, you need to be doing something, because if not, you're gonna really...
It gets worse.
Yeah, I don't know
Which
why.
I realized that on Friday.
I wonder if that's like a legit science, or is that just like a placebo? Gazebo?
Or us, man, we're just really fucking big babies when we're sick.
That's a good point. I'm a big baby when it comes to that.
Yeah, same.
But that's good. I'm glad you're feeling better.
Thank you. So
women are not allowed to talk to us, okay?
Okay. Let's not. Anyway, so The Strangers.
So we saw Strangers Chapter 1.
Yeah, released this weekend on May 17. I had to count. Sorry.
No, you're okay.
So the synopsis of the movie goes as
it's the first one. It's the movie that's remaking just the same shit.
Anyways, after their car breaks down in an eerie small town, a young couple is forced to spend the night in a remote cabin. Panic ensues as they are terrorized by three masked strangers who strike with no mercy and seemingly no motive.
Ooh, so creepy. Look at the letterbox one. They don't need a reason.
That's it?
No. Oh. After the car breaks down, a couple driving cross country to begin their new life in the Pacific Northwest is forced to spend the night in a scheduled rental where they are terrorized from dusk till dawn.
Hey, that's
by
another
three
movie.
masked strangers.
Oh. Okay. Directed by Rennie Harlin. Written by Brian Bertino, Alan R. Cohen, and Alan Freeland. The cat. He wrote the.
What?
Oh no, he was known for the other two. Okay, I see.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll go through the cast.
Yeah.
Basically, it's our main two characters.
Yeah.
Which is Madeline Petch.
Are the strangers?
I don't know their name. They don't say their names.
They don't have like Dollface or anything on there?
It says Scarecrow, but they don't have pictures.
That's fine. You can say their name.
Dollface and Pinup. But I guess they're nobody. Unless they're like nobodies at all.
Oh, they're like stunt actors maybe?
Maybe. So, okay. Basically, we have our main two characters. Madeline Petch as Maya.
Riverdale,
of course. She's great. Freud Gutierrez as Ryan Gutierrez.
He's a cutie.
Where's he from? Oh, Hocus Pocus 2?
He was nice to look at throughout this movie. Oh, One Day at a Time. I used to watch that.
Oh, okay.
He looks a lot better now.
Like a man?
Yeah.
Okay. That's basically our two characters. And then, of course, we have our antagonists. Mattis Jack. I have no idea how to say that. I'm sorry.
Lajcak. I would say Lajcak.
Lajcak.
It's a K.
A Scarecrow. Ew. Horrible name. Olivia Crozota as Dollface. And Letizia Fabri as Pinup Girl.
Yep.
And then, that's basically the people that we follow throughout the entire thing. So, Carl,
you know what's crazy?
What?
I just forgot about this character. Richard Brake, who plays the sheriff, who's in Barbarian.
He's just in the fucking background.
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be a bigger character. Like he would maybe show up at the cabin and
What's going on?
Yeah,
or like a red herring or something. No,
I have issues with the town here.
Yes.
So
let's go right now. We came out of theater, so things might be a little bit not as clear,
right,
as usual, because we're so clear all the time. Right.
But we have an announcement before we move in.
Yes, we do. That's true.
Jesus Christ, I'm trying to segue into it, and you just.
Anyways,
so we have new merch.
Yes,
for
we
the
do.
Ladies. We were gonna promote it on Mother's Day. Here it is.
Right here.
If you're watching on YouTube, we were gonna promote it on Mother's Day, but we completely forgot because we're terrible.
That's okay. We were just busy.
But just imagine our Horror Daddies logo, right on a shirt, which you should get on the store. But it's gonna say Horror Mommy. Thank you. Just for the ladies.
Just for the ladies out there, because we see you guys.
We support. Yep, we see you. We love you. We support you.
Yep.
Your body, your choice.
Wow.
So fucking beautiful.
Love my queens.
Yep.
And y'all love me.
So if you want to get them down below, we have that one. We have our classic logo
that I'm wearing right
and now. Our vintage one, and then our original logo. So go check those out. And I would love if you guys get something, you can take a picture and
yes, please, and send it to us.
Yeah,
and we will post it if you want to.
Yeah, if you want to. But so thank you so much for your support
and love. Now,
your body, your choice.
Yeah, brother. Now back to our regular schedule program.
Alrighty. So this movie has had a lot of talks. There's a lot of controversy behind it. There's a lot of mixed reviews, mostly negatives.
Yeah. My timeline is pretty split. It's like it's like one's good, one's bad. One's good, one's bad.
Yeah, I like to talk to those that think this is good.
Yes. Okay. I will say off the bat, I went into this movie very open-minded.
Yep.
If you know me, remakes do not bother me whatsoever because that's what I grew up on.
Yeah.
Blame my mama.
Yeah, I get it. Strangers. Look, we did an episode on Strangers.
Yeah.
We love the movie.
Yeah, right,
but
right.
It has a lot of issues.
Of course.
It is a kind of mediocre movie at the end of it. So I was like, okay, a remake to Stranger sounds like a good idea. Make it modern. You can make it fucking scary as hell. Yeah, I love that. But they decided to do a 3-parter. Already filmed the second one. I don't know if the third one's already filmed.
All of them have been filmed,
Holy
apparently.
Shit.
So they're going to get released.
Holy Lord. So they decided to do this thing. The budget was very low. You said it was like 8.5 or
it's
something like that?
8.5 million, and by right now it's made
at
12.1.
Yeah.
Which I'm interested in the sequels. I'm going to say right now I will still be seated for the sequels because it's an interesting premise from what I've read before. I don't know if anything's changed, but from what I remember reading before this trailer was even released was that we knew she was going to live.
Yeah.
Spoiler. And
you said no spoilers.
Well, there's 3 chapters. Come on now. and
Maybe it follows 3 different families.
maybe, and we're gonna follow her trauma after the events of the first one. So it was already kind of it was already told. We were already told that.
That sounds interesting, but you know what that sounds like? Let's do Halloween 2018, but in 3 different movies. Like that's what it sounds like.
It sounds like the trilogy of Halloween, and
like it just sounds like it's like, oh well, they did Halloween 2018 didn't dive in too much on that, so let's do it ourselves too.
Which by the ending of this movie, I have a feeling where the sequel might go, and I hope that's not the case.
Yeah.
But what were you saying?
No, basically like this is a movie that has 3 parts that have already been filmed.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's praising the budget. Everyone's giving it like, oh, you see, you don't have to make a movie with this massive budget. But it's like, I think I would have rather do the first movie and with a little bit higher budget, because they didn't do anything. This movie didn't do anything with that budget.
No, it didn't do anything new.
Nothing at all.
I wasn't amazed by anything. There was one shot that I was like, that's really cool.
Yeah, we were all like, oh, okay.
Very creative. But it's pretty much the original movie. And
not even that, it's like worse.
Yeah, like I was rolling my eyes more than anything. Like at least with the original movie, even after a rewatch, it's kind of like, that shit kind of creepy. Yeah,
like like the atmosphere. Yeah, even the poster of that movie where it's like that one shot with him in the background, like that's not there, and they try to make it like scary in this one, and it does not work. Like it literally feels like they tried to do the first movie and fucked it up throughout the way.
Yeah,
and only one shot really had us like, oh damn, that was a cool scare, but this movie is just filled with like super loud noises. Unnecessary sounds. Like they had like that oh my god, that like sound when something's disconnected or something like that. It has like the wave sounds. What is that called? What am I thinking?
Sound waves?
Like noise, like the noise. It was like when the Tamara chick, when she would show up, it would have like that it would bother your ears. Oh my god, what is that called?
Oh no, you got me.
Like zzz, it goes zzz, and the dogs can hear it.
White noise? Oh, like the really loud, like the whistle thing?
Yeah, basically like those silent whistles. Whistle? Yeah, it has like those, or like random rattling like randomly throughout the movie, or just a fucking loud ass sound. And it's like, if so people are like, wow, that was scary, it's like you just heard a really loud sound. Yeah, like yes. I don't understand. You didn't do anything.
I'm a person that gets jump scare easily, but I can admit that it was just because the sound was really loud and it startled me.
Yeah,
and not expecting it. It's not like a jump scare that you're really not expecting. You're like, oh, okay, you got me movie. Like the one that's actually silent and actually got me in this movie.
Like, oh, like it kind of was creepy.
Yeah. I will say, I think Madeline, I think she's great, and I also will say that I feel like she did her best with what she was giving in this movie.
Yes.
What's his name? Josh, he's fine. He was good to look. Oh, Ryan. He was good to look at.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know him from anything really.
Yeah.
I know I've seen her in Riverdale, so like I'm familiar with her at least a little bit, and she did great.
She has a wonderful scream.
I want to see her more and like how her character moves forward. So it's like, but I feel like this script felt really weak, and you can, oh god, I don't know if you noticed, but I rolled my eyes at the very beginning of this movie because they're going on a trip.
I felt your frustration from the beginning, and I was trying to be like, no, don't pay attention to him. Pay attention to see if you like the movie. But then I started laughing because I started like,
you get it. You started getting it.
This movie's not doing great.
It's like, it's not even like these characters are dumb because they make very dumb decisions. But like we always have this, exactly. Nobody's going to be thinking straight in this situation.
Hell no. I'm going to be like, I don't know what to do. Do you want me to suck your dick, Mr. Stranger? Like, I'm not trying to die.
Yeah. No, he don't care about that.
Right.
But it's like, we get it. Like, if those decisions are made, the movie's probably not going to be like happen. So it's like, it's fine. That doesn't bother me.
And honestly, their decisions weren't that terrible.
There was a couple that were kind of a little. But there was like, one that everyone in theaters were like, "What the fuck just happened?"
That one. But like, other than that, it's like I can see what they were doing. What they were doing. Like, I can kind of understand.
Yeah, it's
that.
like you can kind of forget it. Like I understand. It's not even that. It's just like the writing of this movie was so weird from the fucking beginning because they're going on a road trip, right? And then how do we explain that they're going on a road trip? And they're like, well, I'm so happy that we're going on this road trip for my job in Portland.
I felt like a lot of it was the dialogue. A lot of it was them telling us what's happening in the movie, which I already like, okay, I get it.
Yeah, and it's like, hey, I'm in Portland. Also, it's our 5-year anniversary. I love you, babe. And it's like, this feels fucking weird.
And you know, for once in my life, I will say, I get that now.
Yeah.
The telling and the showing and not telling, or the telling and not showing part. Like now I get it. Like
that's my pet peeve.
They're shoving in our faces a lot of this movie, and I'm like, you don't need to do that because I know what's about to happen and I know what's going on. It's like, oh, I'm hungry. Let's stop at the next town, and of course they take this turn that leads them into this creepy town. Yeah. Which this movie's actually called Wrong Turn: The Strangers: Chapter 1: Wrong Turn: Evil Dead Rise: Massacre, because it's like it's a lot of that.
It's literally okay. Let's start jumping into spoilers.
Right.
Because if you haven't seen it, go watch it. Obviously, even if it's bad, I feel like you should probably support.
Just watch it for yourself.
But watch it for yourself. Think of your own opinion. This is for us that so you can just know.
For one, I am actually not liking a movie, and
I really thought he was gonna like it because he was like, "I'll be satisfied," and I was like, "All right, sick."
I'm usually pretty easily satisfied with a movie,
but it was.
But to the point that I'm like, wow, I could just watch the first one again and review it again. And honestly, I'm not gonna talk about the sequel, but at least they did something different.
Yeah, I haven't seen the sequel in a long time, so I need to rewatch it. Because I will tell you right now about Pray at Night. Pray at Night came out 2 years after the first Stranger Things. No.
Stranger Things.
The first Stranger Things season.
Okay.
Stranger Things was a fucking huge deal after when season 1 came out.
Of course.
And that movie came out right after, and I felt like it was just like, oh, Stranger Things is popular. Let's put 80s music in it. And that's exactly what it is. And I was like, I don't know how I feel about it. But fair. I haven't seen it in a long time.
That is fair. I do vibe with that movie. The music, I do like the music.
Everyone loves the music. I get it. But
I also, on top of that, if it didn't have the music, I still do enjoy the movie.
Okay, I need to rewatch it. So I just remember being like,
and
whatever.
There's a shot in that movie that it was in the trailer, and I wish it wasn't because it's really fucking creepy.
Really? Okay, I need to rewatch that. Maybe we'll do an episode on it.
I said after this one, so we can forget this one. But
no, because this one doesn't like it.
Even though the
second one is not as scary.
One's more of a like a Friday the 13th. They're at a trailer.
They're more slasher.
Yeah.
And the first one is more of a home invasion movie where it just kind of fucking.
And there's a daddy. The dad, Carl. He's the guy. It's the guy from X. The
Howard,
the director.
Howard? No,
he's from The Ring. I forgot his name.
Yes, I forgot his name too.
But he's fine.
So we're gonna jump into spoilers.
Yeah.
So if you're here, welcome.
Hi again. So let's just set up that Madeline and Froy, their names were Ryan and Maya, are a couple. They're on a road trip from New York to Portland because she's getting a new job. So they're on their way there. They're also celebrating their
Babe, it's also our 5-year anniversary.
They're also celebrating their 5-year anniversary. So they're just decided to take this road trip to travel the country.
And unlike the first movie, where the first movie starts with they're like came out of a wedding that he proposed and she said no.
So we should just say that in the first movie they hate each other. They don't hate each other.
They have issues.
They have issues.
They're having issues.
They're really happy in this movie.
In this one, it's the exact opposite. They're a great couple, no flaws in this.
Right. So
they stop at this town
because he gets hungry, and she's like, "Well, there's a town with a diner.
Yeah,
take this turn." So that's when they take the wrong turn,
and they get to this creepy diner, and everyone just stares at them, and they're all weird.
Yeah. And I will say they almost get into an accident. Then he kind of gets anxious, so he ends up having an asthma attack. So establishing that he has asthma.
Why is it always asthma? In these fucking horror movies, there's always asthma, and you know that fucking inhaler is gonna get lost, and he's gonna need it when he's hiding. Why can't that motherfucker have IBS? Like he's like hiding. He's like, damn, I gotta take a shit.
Because like everyone in the world, there's people with asthma. Jonathan.
No,
if it would have been me in the movie, I would be like, just take me.
You better fucking carry that shit on your neck. Scream fucking 5.
I carried it in my bag.
Scream 5.
I know it happened.
Asthma.
Yeah.
And why she doesn't need it in the 6th one?
Only in the beginning.
What the fuck?
Anyways.
Anyways. So yeah.
So they get into the town, and of course everyone's looking at them being mean, being kind of mean and rude. I hated that. It's a fucking trope that I'm like, there's no. Can we stop going to these towns where everyone's a fucking asshole? I would have liked this better if everyone was super nice and this happened to them, because then it's like, oh, what if these people pretend to be super nice and it's these people?
Yeah, like it leaves you like a mystery, but it's like it's doing that Texas Chainsaw Massacre thing where it's like, I get that was like a thing, but I feel like it's already overdone.
Every time everybody was rolling their eyes at them or being rude to them, I kept rolling my eyes because I'm like, of course these people are gonna be fucking rude in this town.
But you know, they're like, I'm vegetarian, and it's like, oh, it's also a 5-year anniversary, and I was like, we would be like, can you shut up and just fucking eat your cheese and bread?
But she didn't start that conversation. The other people did.
Oh, that's true. That's a good.
They're like, oh, where are you guys from? What are you guys doing? And it's like, oh, we're celebrating this, and they're like, oh, we've been married for 5 years, and then the lady's like, why didn't you put a ring on it yet? And it's like,
first of all, bitch, mind your damn business.
Where's my sandwich?
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah,
which was really funny. He's like, what are you waiting on? That was pretty good actually.
That was pretty good.
She was like, what are you waiting for? And
to propose,
and he's like, I'm waiting on my sandwich.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, that's pretty funny. But then they fuck it up and they do it again the next scene. They literally cut and he goes, oh my god! Oh, so there's a missing note, a missing paper in
which
the
is
back.
the guy from the beginning, the opening. There's an opening kill in the beginning,
and they're like, "Oh yeah, he got missing." Blah blah. A few years or a few months back,
which makes
or
me
something.
think that they're in on it. The town is in on it.
Yeah, basically, that's what's gonna be. And it's like, I hope he didn't have the sandwich, and nobody laughed. And she was like, "Yeah, he did."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Wow, you just said that joke 2 seconds ago." If they didn't laugh then, they're not gonna laugh now, motherfucker.
And then guess what, guys? Their car is broken down, of course.
What?
In this strange town that everyone treats them like shit in.
Yep.
I was like, oh, fucking course. It's not like, okay, if the tire would have blown out, I would have been like, of course the tire blew up. But I'm like, but it happens.
It happens.
I get
exactly.
It. Now your car doesn't magically start. And it's like,
your brand new car.
Electric or something. Whatever it was. It almost got into an accident, babe. Of course it didn't start.
And then guess what? Oh, where are we going to stay? Well, there's an Airbnb because I can't fix your car right now.
It has to be tomorrow. But how will we get there? Don't worry. My shift ends at 10. I'll take you.
Bitch, I thought fix it now.
But my thing is that the waitress changes her outfit. It's like she was trying to be like, I'm going to take this man from her.
Yeah, I mean, and she
I
was trying because
he was fun.
Yep.
But I like him because he was like, no, I feel like y'all should fix it now because I don't trust y'all.
Yeah, like I was like,
good reasoning.
He
was thinking like me. She was being like, no, babe, it's okay. We'll fix it tomorrow. I'm like,
girl,
Maya,
snap out of it.
Have you not seen anything?
Yeah, no, apparently
you were
not.
in Riverdale. There's witches.
She had powers. That's probably why.
Oh, that's true. She didn't use them here.
No, she did not. But then they go into this Airbnb and they're just gonna spend the night.
Yeah.
Now this is what bothers me. They're gonna spend one night there because their car's gonna get fixed the next day, right? So let's say 1.5. They buy food. They buy. Oh no, they don't buy food.
They only buy.
They buy beer, and then they're like, oh, the fridge is not working. I'm like, motherfucker, just go to sleep and wake up the next day and leave.
Yeah, that's like the fridge doesn't need to be fixed.
No.
This is just to get someone, that one kill, the oops, I killed them again.
Yeah, that's true.
That kind of kill. Because she calls the Airbnb owner and be like, hey, the fridge needs to be fixed. Can someone come fix it? But in reality, it's like, girl, you leave in the morning and it's just beer. Just drink it now.
Yeah, it's also like midnight.
And I'm pretty sure you guys are not going to eat here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like, that happens.
And they're like kind of getting to know each other. I don't know about you, but I feel like there was no chemistry between these two.
You think so?
Yeah, I feel like they were just saying things that were like lovey-dovey. But there was no like, I didn't think there was a connection with them two. Like, it was like they were saying cute things and like, oh my god, you're so silly, and he's like, haha, babe.
Ryan came off pretty awkward.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's him or if that's how
they wrote him.
Like, yeah,
I was having a hard time with that too. I like to think it's not him,
I was having trouble with him. He was nice to look at.
That's why you're like, nice to look at.
At least it was nice to look at. I'm sorry to say, but
like I feel like they were trying. They were trying. There was a lot of cheesy lines there.
But again, it's like I try not to blame them because they didn't write this movie. That's true. They're reading lines that they were given.
Exactly.
Directions that they were given.
I mean, they can do multiple takes.
And I remember him in the show One Day at a Time. He was pretty funny. So it's like maybe comedy's more his thing.
Maybe. And maybe just the normal acting like this, maybe a little bit more different.
But of course,
dun, dun, dun.
The first knock happens.
Oh shit! Who that bitch?
Of course,
Tamara.
They open the door, asking for Tamara.
It is like a silhouette.
Yeah.
It looks like a blank character that you haven't unlocked yet on Smash Bros. Yeah.
Which another person, my partner, who is very, very easy on movies,
was
very frustrated with this.
Yeah, one. I could sense it from that side. Carlos was having it from both ends.
He's like, "How is it that we go outside at night and you can see them?" But you can't see this girl at the fucking front of you at the door.
And it's like one of those where
with
it's like
lights in your house on.
Yeah, because it's like that's just the strangest thing.
And I was like, it's a stranger's trope, but it always did bother me because there's always lights on in the houses. You definitely could see a person in front of you. But fuck ever. And of course the light bulb is still it's unscrewed in this one too.
No, she was wearing a black fucking spandex suit. she's walking around.
The mask is
like
white,
a morph suit.
so you should be able to see it.
That's true,
girl.
Yeah, and like again, I'm thinking of it like it's just of course you're gonna have to have that scene. If you're gonna do a remake, you're gonna have to have that scene.
Of course,
you know?
of course.
Makes sense. It's just my thing is they do the whole thing and then he has to go get his inhaler.
Because they left it. So he has to go to the car. And I'm like, of course. In the original, he had to go get whatever the fuck it was and leave the house because they were not in good terms.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, no, he had to get milk or something, I think it was.
So he had to go. He left.
Yeah, he left.
Same thing. Mm-hmm.
So they don't have a car because his car broke. So he takes a bike that was in the Airbnb.
Of course.
Yeah, of course. So then you start hearing knocking and all that bullshit.
Now, so they start fucking with
her. And what is the first thing she does? Start smoking weed. Because that's the best thing to do when you're in a panic.
I get her.
But
not that I do it.
You don't think you would be like fucking freaked out?
I think she was trying to relax because I think she's trying not to freak out.
That makes more sense. But I'm like, I feel like I wouldn't want to smoke any drugs if I know like I might be in danger.
It comes back to her later when he starts questioning her judgment because of what happened.
For like a second.
I know, but I'm trying to be nice here. But yeah, they start knocking on the door more. It's the lady asking for Tamara. Her phone gets put in a different position, so she finds it.
And this is supposed to be also the scare with the one from the original movie. I was
expecting it, and it didn't happen.
Because I saw this in the trailer. And this is the teaser, the first teaser that they showed.
They kind of did it.
They kind of did that. I know which one you're talking about.
So, because she eventually plays the piano.
Yeah, and she plays the piano song.
The Moonlight Sonata, which I adore that song.
Love that song.
Adore it.
But every fucking movie that has a piano always has that song.
It plays towards the end of Interview with a Vampire, and I'm like, yes, queen. Anyways. But she...
The dun 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 dun. Bloom. Bloom, bloom.
I fucking love that
song. It's a great song.
I can go to sleep to that. But she starts playing it, and I like this personally. She's on the piano. The piano has a mirror over it. And if you start looking more, you notice that he's sitting behind her.
Yeah, but something ruins it.
What ruins
for
it?
me?
What?
You see him in the corner of the frame.
You do?
Yes. You see the camera's behind, like you see the back of his head looking at her playing the piano, and then the mirror. I wish he wasn't in that corner. If he wasn't in that corner, I knew.
And you just see
the mirror. I think that would have been way more creepier.
I see.
Because I think it just ruins that. It's like letting you know, like, hey, he's really there.
And I think we saw him also. We didn't see him, but we kind of
walked past.
I think he passed by.
So that's kind of
already in the house.
Yeah, and it's like loud sound, and then you see him walk by, and I'm like, that feels so lazy.
And then also she takes a shower.
Oh yeah,
and it's in all the trailers where she's showering, and then she kind of goes under the water, and he's there.
Yeah.
And I honestly would have loved if she went back, because then she goes back under the water again. If he just reappeared, because he disappears and then reappears. That's true. That would have been really fun. That would have felt very scary movie.
Yeah, I think that would have been pretty good. But again, it just moments that I feel are supposed to be creepy, it just doesn't feel creepy.
I was already like, I seen this, I'm bored. Like, where's the new stuff?
Yeah. Again, it's a remake. A lot of people always have that debate where it's like, do you want a remake that's just shot by shot, make it different? What do you want from a remake?
Yes, so
that's a whole conversation.
Damn if you do, damn if you don't do it. Yeah.
So I guess if you're a fan, I do think this movie does the first movie worse, but maybe not. Maybe you may like it. Sure, fine, whatever. I will give it credit. We've been talking shit all about it, but I will say I love that they did the blue lighting outside.
Yes.
I like the blue moon. It's not just pitch black. It's just you can see outside. There's a lot like for us.
There's a lot of blue, and then
the orange
when they're near the house, the orange,
which is complementary color, so that works out perfect. I was like, okay, love this. Now back to the talking shit.
Well, Josh, I just keep wanting to call him Josh. Ryan,
is he Josh in the other show? Why do you want to call him Josh?
I don't know. He looks like a Josh. Ryan.
So Ryan goes to the car.
Food. Well, he gets his inhaler. He almost gets his ass beat by the mechanic guy.
He's acting creepy.
Terrible. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's horrible.
When he's like, I almost beat your ass. I was like, oh, okay.
You should have called me.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay.
The way he did that, I was like, is he trying to be funny or is he trying to be serious? I didn't know what his acting.
He's just being creepy.
I didn't know what his direction was.
I think that's what it is. It's like you don't know his true intentions.
Because he's like, I almost hit you.
Yeah, I was like,
it's like, okay. I'm gonna go get food now.
Yeah, try it.
Yeah.
So he goes to get food at a little bus thing.
Yeah, like
and
a
food truck. Oh my god, bro. So then, do you see the people from the diner? Yeah. I guess those motherfuckers are always eating.
And they're like, hey, you want to join us for some beers, whatever. And he's like, no, maybe next time. And they're like, oh, well, this fucking pretty boy from New York or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's just like, of course.
And then, of course, they do. My girlfriend's a vegetarian.
Yeah.
And then she's like, I didn't ask you. Like,
because I don't.
Exactly.
But it's like he's ordering food and they have a fucking face. And it's like, are y'all mean to even the people in this town?
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing?
Yeah. It's like me for no reason.
I was rolling my eyes like, I don't travel much. But when I did, I never had like an experience where people were like that. Like,
have you ever been to one of those like secluded towns?
I guess that's the part where...
Because you never know.
Well,
I feel like people are not naturally like mean like that. I feel like no.
This felt very forced.
Unless you're like in a racist town, but he's a white boy.
But they're white.
You're a white boy. Yeah. So I don't know.
It was white on white crime, which is not a thing.
Yeah, I don't understand.
Like, why were they? It felt so forced that they were being so rude. Like, why?
I laughed because I was like, because he was like, can I have the burger without the patty? Right. My girlfriend's vegetarian. Like, I didn't ask you. I don't give a fuck what your girlfriend is. Like, so that's why I started laughing, because I was like, I wonder if she's rude because she's like, I don't care.
Well, fine, but she was already being rude before he even took his order.
Yeah,
and then it's like, why are we? It's not like if at the end of the movie it was revealed that everyone was like, we were in on this,
which is probably gonna be more than likely.
It better be if they were being that fucking mean. If not, then it's like, why? What's the point of them being rude?
I know. So,
like, they're just coming through to stop by and get food. It bothered me.
So your man was kind of explained. He was like venting.
He said, my man.
He was saying how like maybe this movie is some sort of like a religious thing where this town, they're like the sinners of the town because they're outsiders. Because we do have the Mormon boys that from the original movie, not but those two, but they're creepy. They're like children of the corn. So there's that one. Massacre corn.
Village of the Damn. Like,
yeah, like it's like, so they're like creepy and they're like, are you a sinner? And he makes a joke like, aren't we all? And it's like, they're not married. Obviously, they're probably having, cream pies, premarital cream pies.
Honestly, though,
I don't blame them. And then, I'm sure they're like maybe trying to do something A24 deep like that, where it's like, this is a town where they rebel against sinners or something. They're, I don't know. Was it not at the cabin?
Yeah. Okay. Well, those are gay people.
But they're cleansing the sinners, right?
Oh, that's true. We did get cleansed.
Quote unquote sinners. Sorry.
And I can say that because I'm gay if you're new here.
That's true. gays.
Thank you.
So then,
if you couldn't tell by my voice.
so then maybe they're trying to do something that the town is more like this religion group, and they
Like a cult?
like a cult kind of thing.
Because I will say the opening kill, the guy getting chased, he was wearing a suit like he's a rich
Well, he was a
person.
millionaire. They said that he was a millionaire.
Yeah, so maybe that's the case.
Yeah.
Like they're their own little town so they only stick together.
I will say that
But
there's
it's
probably
like-
gonna be a 7 deadly sin thing, and that millionaire was supposed to be greed, and they're supposed to be lust because they're a couple. And I'm sure we're in 2 and 3. There's gonna be some sort of thing where it's like, oh, look at all these people that we've killed, and then there's gonna be like, oh, this guy was very angry, so he's wrath. This guy was lazy, so he's sloth. No, there's gonna be some bullshit like that. Like I fucking guarantee you, because it's like the couple. They're targeting the couple,
Right.
unless they're just outsiders. But whatever. That just makes it more boring.
Yeah.
Because it's like, yeah, but it's like, but that's like that it makes it a little bit more interesting. But it's like the most. I feel like that's the easiest way to make something a little bit more interesting.
It's interesting. It's just that this movie didn't do anything new, they didn't have any new material because the original could have done that.
It's true.
So it's like,
yeah, I don't know. I guess it's one of
it's
those
like,
where it depends on your definition.
Are these 3 from this town, and do people know of them?
And we don't know
That's
that.
what I wanted to know, because why are they acting like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre town?
Yeah.
Like that I get, because they're all a family, they're connected, so they're just playing with you.
Yeah.
Are these people playing with them?
Yeah. And it's like there's no hint of like, we don't know if they have a motive, because I'm sure there's gonna be a motive. Like, sure.
Even yeah, and that's the thing again. Fuck, I hate doing this. Even with the first one, there's not really a motive. It's just
No.
they were home and they decided to go kill him.
And that's the part.
And the second one too.
It's creepy. It's that first movie when it ends and they deliver that line, because you were here or when you were home.
Because you were home.
That fucking, it's like, oh shit, like they didn't give a fuck. Like that line is so creepy. But in this one, it doesn't hit. You know why? Because we've already seen that before.
Yep.
Like I wish it was a little bit more of a different take on this. Like I don't understand. Like I don't get it. I don't get it.
I don't get it either, baby. I don't get it either. But you know, he gets home and they eat their food.
They're eating.
They're being cute again.
Oh my
yeah.
god, you got ketchup all over your fucking face.
Yeah, you want to lick it off? And I would have been like, yeah.
And she like wipes it. And, it's our 5-year anniversary, babe. And then and then they talk about their marriage.
Yes, I already forgot.
So
but
she
yeah.
she didn't want to get married when they first started dating.
Oh, okay. It's not here, but yes, it already passed.
Oh, well,
But it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Go
it's
ahead.
fine. So yeah, she didn't want to get married when they first started dating. So then he's like, okay, I'm gonna surprise you. Then I didn't know, like, you know, like kind of like we never talked about it.
You never gave me the now I want to get married
Exactly.
card.
Exactly. So he's like, I'll surprise you. So they're eating and he's dropping ketchup and she's like, you're such a messy eater.
Yeah.
And he's like, and then he's dropping more ketchup and then blood is dripping on his ketchup or on his fries.
Yeah.
And they look up and there's a fucking chicken with his head cut off on the roof.
Yeah.
Whoa.
And the chicken came from the Airbnb because he has a cage full of them.
Yep.
Just in case you're wondering where the chicken came from.
And I'm maybe it's because she's vegetarian, so they're like, bitch, here's your chicken nuggets.
Yeah, but I do like here that it's not like a slow build. I like here that he's like, oh shit, lock
Shit's
the doors.
gonna go down.
And as soon as that starts happening, the axe comes through the door. They didn't just start, slowly.
Yeah, no, like,
Right.
ah!
Yeah.
But did you know that was a real axe and she had to trust the guy on the other side?
Which
Vin Diesel's very impressed over there.
oh my god, we forgot to talk about something.
What?
When he gets home.
Tamara?
When Ryan gets home, before they start eating,
yeah.
the power goes out.
Yeah.
So she's freaking out and she ends up seeing Dollface in the house.
Yeah, like
But-
in front of her.
Yeah, so she goes to hide and Ryan comes home and there's this terrible shot of his face that I was not
It was
feeling
weird.
It was a
All the
weird
close-up
shot.
shots were
Yeah.
like fucking strange.
It felt like filters on Snapchat. But anyway, so he fixes the power with her and he kind of's like, I don't think you saw anything. It was that painting behind you with the face, which, okay, I guess she could have seen that, but we all know it was Dollface.
And she's hot. She's supposed to be high, apparently.
But then Tamara, I'm gonna call it Tamara. Dollface knocks on the door again. And he's like, I'm gonna beat this bitch up. So
Yeah,
he
he's
goes
like, I'm
outside.
tired of this shit.
Yeah, so he goes outside and he yells at her like, "What do you want?" And then he starts running towards her. She does the Cindy run from Scary Movie. I was like, are they fucking serious? They let this happen?
It felt so out of place, but I started laughing. I was like, I cannot with that fucking run.
Yeah.
And there was another one that's just like, it's like,
And that one just like, it just felt like it felt random.
yeah, it was like a cut of Scarecrow running.
Batman.
Running, and you see the back of him, and he's just like walking like a cartoon character. I was like, what's happening?
Can I say something?
What?
I felt like Scarecrow gave me really big dad energy. And I felt like if Scarecrow would have took off his mask, it was going to be your father.
I can totally see that too.
I thought it was going to be your dad.
My dad, I'm like, Dad. He's like, you were home. You didn't answer my text messages. It's like, whoa.
You gave me very like your dad.
I can see. Do you like this aesthetic of him?
No.
Yeah, I missed the suit. Mm-hmm. He doesn't have a suit. He has like a plaid and like a jacket.
He
in
looks
this
more
one.
like it looks like a Frankenstein outfit.
Oh yeah, I
Green
can see
jacket,
that.
black underneath.
Yeah, and he's not like slender tall. He's like kind of like a big boy.
He looks shorter too.
Yes.
I saw a picture of the original 3 because it's been a minute since we covered it.
Yeah,
they're brighter in color than these. These were more dull.
Yeah,
and even Dollface that like she just had a beanie on.
Yeah,
I wonder why that choice.
I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe
to not tell that she's a blonde because we know she's blonde.
Yeah, she's supposed to be blonde. I already think that pin-up girl. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure is the girl that dropped him off.
Right.
Because as we pointed out in the movies, we said, "Damn, she got some big ass titties."
You said that,
but you agreed. Because she puts a shirt on and it's just like boom there, and we're like, wow.
It still bothered me that she's like, I get off in 10 minutes, and she changes her whole outfit.
Yeah,
like where you think you were gonna get him? Like, what are we doing?
And then like we were joking because I was like, I hope she's not the killer because you can definitely would tell if it's her. And pinup girl, she looks like she's a little bussy too.
Okay.
So I was like, I'm pretty sure that's her.
You know what pissed me off? When they started making out in the kitchen sink, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna see him shirtless.
And then she's like,
so she takes off his jacket, and I'm like, okay, he still got a shirt under. Okay, we're gonna take off the shirt though. She takes off the shirt, motherfucker got an undershirt. I was like, oh my god. And then I'm like, okay, maybe the shirt will come off. Knock on the door. Yeah, fucking course.
And then once that's done, already cut to them. Already had sex.
Yeah, and I'm like, damn, he looked a little ripped. Like I wanted to see it.
Nah, maybe he wasn't.
Strangers like. Horror gays. We exist.
Gays.
Yeah.
Gays.
Like, give us a male gaze. Damn.
Nah, nope. Sorry. It'd be funny if like she takes the undershirt off. There's a tank top underneath.
I would have been honestly. It wouldn't have surprised me.
Yeah, she takes a tank top up. Oh, he has bandages on because he got hurt.
Because when he had his arm on the door because Tamara was home, I was like,
damn.
Okay, arm.
He was doing that fuck boy like the hands on top of the.
Yeah, he was like, no.
Oh, Tamara's not here. Damn, can I be? Shit. So yeah. Anyways, they
start. So
shit goes down.
The first thing they do is hide in the room, and of course, on the door of the room after they close, it says hello with the smiley face. You forgot about that?
I forgot about one thing.
What?
When the power goes out, she's using her phone. She sees Dollface, hides in her room, but keeps her light on.
Oh, did you hear me?
And I hear Carlos go, turn the light off.
But yeah, because she
leaves her phone on.
She leaves the phone light flashing at the door, and I'm like, girl, I'm pretty sure they can see that underneath. One, and I was quoting a movie.
Wait.
So I was quoting Alan Grant in Jurassic Park when the T-Rex is walking towards the car, and Alan is like, turn the light off. And then Timmy's like, turn the light off to Lex. That was going through my head because she would not turn off the fucking phone. And she would have been, but then I heard the coming up the stairs. I'm like, it's going to be her man.
Yeah, and which is exactly what it was. Mm-hmm. Also, something that bothered me in that specific scene again is that she has her flashlight, which is cool that it was a still shot of just noise. Mm-hmm. Love that. I love when a shot just stays still. She has her phone like this, and then she moves her like her light out. Mm-hmm. The light stays shining the same way. The light in the shot doesn't change. So that means there's one light source, and it's under there was like a little cabinet. Mm. There's a light that's just placed there. So she's moving her camera. There's only one light source in the scene technically in context.
Right.
And she's moving it and the light doesn't change.
Oh.
And it kept bothering me. I was like, why is the light not moving? I know that's super nitpicky. I'm not giving it away. I just, in my head, kept bothering me. I'm like, why?
Okay. I was going to say, I know the boyfriend had his flashlight on. You can see when he's coming from underneath, which is why I was telling her to turn the light off because you could see the light underneath the door.
You know, his ass was like, is she really hiding with the flashlight on?
Yeah.
Anyways, I just love Carlos. Turn the light off.
I was quoting my favorite movie all the time.
That's so funny.
But
okay, so shit goes down, and they turn the light on, but then
Well, they get attacked.
They get
hide
attacked.
in the room.
Yeah.
Scarecrow breaks through the door.
And it's written like hello, hello with smiley faces everywhere.
And he just looks through the door, sees them there crying, and he's like, all right, bye.
Yeah.
And he leaves.
And one of them was playing on the piano, the song. And
I think it was to kind of tell her that they were there the whole time. And they were listening.
like listening, which is creepy, very creepy. But then they leave and they, God, they look at the door like, I see, are they here?
Did you hear me there?
Yeah. You're like,
When he just sticks his head out the wall and it just stays there. And then he just turns around and not paying attention. I'm like, can you move before you get axed in the fucking back of the head?
Yeah, because I was kind of like, oh God, like, dude, you're putting way too much trust.
Yeah.
Also, you're locked on the second floor and you're just like, yeah, they're not here anymore. It's like, I didn't hear no door, so I'm downstairs.
Did they run? Oh, they did run up. No, they didn't run up. The room was downstairs. Because Dollface comes from upstairs.
Oh, okay, yeah, you're right. Wait, oh yeah, I guess you're right.
Because now when they leave the room to go to the motorcycle, they just run through the house. They find their phone broken. And
with the smiley face.
Yeah, of course. And then what they do is when they get to the motorcycle, it blows up.
Yeah, they like put gasoline. So you see Scarecrow with a bunch of gasoline.
Yeah. So after that, they run back into the house. This is when they hide in the bathroom, but she's like, "Oh, it's an old house, so there's an what is this called? The
Basement.
A
crawl space.
So they sneak through the crawl space.
Crawl. Oh my God.
There's no gators.
No gators in
Rats.
this one. Yeah, rats. They're
Which
fucking
mice. I'm
mice.
gonna be honest. I would have stayed in the crawl space.
Yeah, you're probably that was your better off.
I would have just waited off the night.
And then she had her phone.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like just stay there.
Mm-hmm.
But then they're crawling down. I don't know. Oh, to go to the other side of the house.
To go outside because there's a shed on the other side. Which I'm like, you're not safe in the shed. They can check the shed. At least under the crawl space, if they don't know, they can't get to you. First though, and second, if they decide to get there, you have a chance of fighting because it's not like they can really stand up either.
Exactly. You can probably like if they're underneath you can like swing a good kick. They can't swing their axe from down there.
Nope.
But if you got IBS, the crawl space is the worst spot to go to.
Also nails.
Yep, because that bitch goes to stand and a nail goes right through her hand.
Oh, that was so. I like this scene though because they're trying to be quiet
cool.
and Dolphin Pinup Girl's like right above them.
And she like looks down, but like she doesn't think twice about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but I
cool.
honestly thought that she was gonna keep crawling and get into. This isn't a parody movie.
Yeah, because it was so funny because they made it like, oh, I healed you, like you're good, and then she goes again. Like it just felt like perfect timing to like another nail on their other hand.
So they end up going towards the shed. This is when he falls and his inhaler falls out of his pocket.
Yep.
And then
but they get into the shed and it's pitch black.
Super dark.
So cool.
So they use a lighter.
Yep, they use a lighter, and for a quick second, you can see Pinup right behind them.
That's the one I was like, okay, that's a good jump scare.
That was
really
so
fucking creepy.
Fucking good.
And she's so quiet.
And then she like you see her like kind of like go back into the darkness.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit.
And her knife
like it
is
freaked me out a little bit.
Huge.
Mm-hmm.
I actually have it. She signed it.
Tamara?
This was the size of her knife.
Yeah, fucking massive. You looking good?
I look good. But
so then they go into the shed and they get attacked.
By the way, YouTube, this knife is fake.
They get attacked.
Yeah.
And they...
But she finds the shotgun. So
I
do like this because she screams at Pinup Girl.
Yeah.
But then Scarecrow pulls a Jason and grabs her through the window. So he shoots at him, not noticing that Pinup Girl was behind him. And so she does the Cindy run.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah. And then she does the Cindy run.
She runs away.
So then, is this when they're like split up? No. They go into the car, right?
No, so they go out the shed and around the house, and
yes,
they start
yes.
hearing noise, and that's when it hit me that he had the shotgun. And I was like, well,
like,
someone's literally about to die that doesn't deserve it.
Yep.
I don't know who it was, but because I kind of forgot about the phone call she made for the refrigerator, but ends up being the owner of the Airbnb. He shoots him right in the fucking head, and I'm like, of course, it's the wrong person.
Yeah, of course. And she's like, "Oh, you were trying to save us, blah blah," which I get it. It's kind of hard. But immediately they see the keys and they grab the keys, try to get to the car, and they're about to go away.
They take his phone too.
Okay, it was his phone.
Because I was like, where the fuck did this flip phone come from?
Yeah, I think it's from.
It had to be from
I just saw the keys. I don't remember the phone, so I'm assuming it's from him.
There was something. It might have been the phone. It looked like a key. You know, the beeper.
Yeah.
It might have been the phone, not a beeper, and the keys were right next to it.
Oh, I see. Okay, so maybe.
Because she had a flip phone later, and I'm like, where the fuck did she get this?
Yeah.
Did she find this in the woods?
Like, I guess she had it the whole time. Maybe?
I don't know. They didn't explain that, and that kind of bothered me too.
But then they get into the car and they're about to escape, but
guess what happens?
They get
run over by the silent Ford truck that they couldn't hear.
The invisible one too.
Yeah.
Like nowhere you can see that fucking truck.
And then of course Ryan is frustrating me here because he's not driving off, even though I'm pretty sure the car still worked.
Yep.
Because it was just a small hit in the beginning, and they get pinned to a tree. So
she manages to escape. Yeah. He says, "I love you,"
because his leg was stuck, and I was like, "Oh damn, he's about to die now."
Yeah, I was like, "Oh wow, they're actually gonna kill him off." Mm-hmm. But she manages to leave, and he gets knocked out.
Yeah.
Or
no, he ends up escaping because he shoots at Scarecrow.
Oh yeah, he shoots at Scarecrow
with the 3D axe shot to the fucking glass.
Yeah, and then he shoots but misses,
and he escapes.
So then we cut to her, to Maya, and she's kind of roaming around this forest or the forest, and then she kind of smart. She does a pita from fucking Hunger Games, and she hides in like a bunch of grass.
I like this too. I don't know. Did you notice? There's a dead body there, by the way, guys. Did you notice it?
I didn't notice that first.
I noticed it when they're doing the shot of her from the side.
Yeah.
I thought it was gonna be a snake, but when you keep looking up, you see the teeth.
Oh, I see.
So I already knew it was there. I was just waiting for her to notice it.
Yeah.
Because I looked at Frank and I'm like, "You saw it?" He's like, "Yeah, I saw it." I was like, "Okay, cool." But I do like this.
I must have been rolling my eyes at the point.
Maybe because it's a POV of her looking up at Dollface and then Dollface looking straight at her, but she can't see her. Yeah, she's under the grass.
Which is that was great. She should have just stayed her ass there.
Well, this is where she calls the police, and I guess they get her location.
Yeah, because they're like, "Hey, hold on, leave the call." But there's like faulty connection, and then the phone call ends, so we don't know
and then
what's happening.
She notices the dead body, which I'm assuming is the guy that went missing.
Maybe that's what. Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
Think of.
But then
so they catch her here, right?
No. Wait, is it here?
Yeah, because she screams.
Oh yeah,
she gets caught first.
Oh yeah, she does get caught 1st. So yeah, I think they catch her first, and then she's singing. The Tamara girl is singing lullaby.
Dollface, because it's like a lullaby.
I see. I guess I thought it was
it's very
creepy.
Poetic. It's very poetic.
It's deep. It's 824.
Yeah, because Pin-Up Girl is still in the woods while Ryan is yelling for her.
Which I don't know why the fuck you're yelling.
Yeah, and then Scarecrow's looking for him. He ends up having an asthma attack, and then he fixes it with a water bottle, which I didn't know that worked.
Okay, I was gonna ask you that. I was like, is that work?
I
thought it was medicine.
I'm gonna ask my doctor next time.
Bitch, can I just save some money?
If I don't have my inhaler, is there a thing I can do with a water bottle to make me breathe in? Because he did it and it worked.
I thought that was medicine. Like it's like inhaler medicine. So is it just oxygen?
Don't ask me. I just know it works.
I was really confused. I was like, wow, this motherfucker, he learned that life hack on TikTok or something.
He probably did.
He should have said it. I didn't know because he didn't say it. He didn't go, I learned this from TikTok.
I'm gonna Google it. But
yeah,
he ends up.
This is the moment.
He ends up escaping. This is the most frustrating moment in my fucking life.
Everyone in the theater was like, what the fuck, bro?
Because he ends up finding Pin-Up Girl first. So he has the gunshot to her head.
Like in the back of her head, the tip is touching her neck.
And I'm like, brother, shoot her.
Because at the end of the day, it's better than fighting 3 motherfuckers.
Exactly. You're not fighting 3. You'll still look for Maya. And if you kill another one, then that's one you have to worry about.
Yeah.
Why are we stressing over this one? Just fucking shoot her.
And he's asking, where's Maya? Where's Maya?
That's one thing I love about that sequel. Anyways, continue.
Yeah, he's like, "Where's Maya?" And she's not answering. Drop the knife. She like drops the knife. Really, she kind of slayed. Not gonna lie.
Yep,
she like went like this. Dropped that. Ow, bitch.
Sorry.
And it like literally pink on the floor.
Yeah.
And then turn around slowly and tell me where Maya is. And she starts laughing at his face, and she's like doing shit on, like doing like that.
She grabs the gun and starts.
And
And I'm like, oh,
His cock.
yeah, the guns, and he cocks it.
And everyone in the theater is like,
A pun.
shoot her.
I'm like,
just
bro,
fucking shoot her. And then he says the cheesiest fucking line.
I was like,
couldn't.
who wrote this?
Who wrote the note? Who wrote the script?
Who wrote the script out of you three? Who wrote this line out of the three of them?
Yeah, out of the three of you, who the fuck did it?
I killed one person.
No.
How was it? It has to be on IMDb already.
No. He says, do you know that your first kill is always your... You know how they always say that your first kill is the hardest? And she goes, He goes, well, you're going to be my second. And he goes to like shoot. Guess what? He gets knocked out by Scarecrow.
There's only one quote on IMDb.
Which one is it?
Why are you doing this? Because you're here.
Yeah. He literally just says that. He says that line and then gets knocked out.
Yep.
After like a good minute that he could have just shot her in the fucking head. After she didn't answer, she turned around and did that stupid ass shit. She went like this.
Oh, when the minute she moved, I would have felt attacked.
And then she screamed at him, remember?
Yeah, she went.
I would have flinched and shot her by accident at that point. No, there's no, like, that was the only moment that I was like, this doesn't make sense.
And the shot of Scarecrow running away too happened around him too.
Yeah. He runs around like a cartoon character. He looked like a Scooby-Doo character.
But that whole scene frustrated the fuck out of me.
That was definitely
Because
the...
I'm always like, motherfuckers, just shoot them. Like, if she was the one killer, okay. Even though they always somehow get away with it.
Yeah.
But there's three of them. Just shoot one. You'll find the other two eventually.
Yeah.
And maybe find Maya. Also, Maya could already be dead. Take your fucking revenge.
Exactly. Just at least at your head, you should be like, okay, Maya's dead. Fuck it. I'm going out. You know what? I wouldn't have been as mad if he had like a good final boy line in this line. But guess what? He had a stupid ass one. He should have been like, welcome home, strangers. Boom.
Or he should have been like, I know a Tamra.
Tamra is home and she's dead. Boom.
Yup. Tamra is here. I'm her. Boom.
Looking for me. Boom. But no, she has... I didn't even want to say it again. That shit was so bad. Look, I saw Divergent, and that movie has a horrible fucking line.
I saw Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3.
It's just...
But that's understandable because it's a YA movie.
That's true. This is a rated R movie with, final lines are like cool as fuck. Not that stupid ass. Like, you could have just don't write anything at that point.
Right.
Go home. Like, I don't know what the fuck to tell you.
Just shoot her.
Just shoot her. Like, they should have just... That would have been so interesting if they killed one here.
I know, but then I know there's 3 chapters.
Which, that also takes away a lot of the mystery because they promoted it like, chapter 1.
Unless since this has nothing to do with the other 2. Like, okay, they killed one. Now we're continuing with 2 of them.
Now what's going to happen? Exactly. Or they could have just been like The Strangers, and then at the end of the movie, Strangers, chapter 1. Then you announce it at the end. Oh, there's a second one. Because
with one dead and now 2 remaining with an
because
Jonathan,
it's like
we should have made this movie. Even if people said it was bad, we should have just did those little changes.
Yeah, just a couple. I feel like this movie with some changes would be a great film. Just little changes. And maybe like not even a bigger budget, just better.
No, I think the budget,
better jump scare. Like if you're gonna do jump scares, do better jump scares. I feel like the jump scares here were just too lazy. Like everyone praising this small budget, they didn't do anything special with this budget. I've seen movies with even lower budgets with better host. Way better. Almost no budget.
Malignant.
Wait. No, Malignant had a bigger budget.
Okay.
But
there was one that had a small Paranormal Activity.
Yeah. Better jump scares. Creepier. This is Lionsgate. This is not an independent movie.
This is the House of Saw.
Yeah. This is not an independent standalone. Like, there's low budget movies that are bad, but we love. They're charming. Frankenhooker is one that I can think of. Reanimator is another one.
Amen, brother.
The original Evil Dead.
Amen, brother.
But this movie from Lionsgate, a $3.5 billion business, and then they decided to spread the budget for 3 movies.
But my thing, is it $8 million for all 3?
I think so. I think they have one whole budget and then they split it into 3 movies.
Oh, because I was gonna say, where's the $8 million in this? I mean, I don't know how much it is to rent a small town to film. I'm not trying to speak on that, but I'm just saying it's like you didn't use CGI either.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think they literally it doesn't surprise me that a lot of things were practical, but it's like was there something that was that impressive that was practical in this movie? There isn't anything. Nothing. No.
Yeah,
no. They bought a little fucking wall from Home Depot and they put an axe through it. And they told her, "Hey, stand here and we're going to put the camera this side so it looks like you're a lot closer than what you really are." That's what they did. They didn't have her face in where the axe is going to come through. Nobody would do that. That doesn't make any sense. It's just like, but the thing that bothers me is that this is a big production and they could have done something way creepier with that small budget. And that's what happened.
I wonder. I mean, we'll see when the other one comes out. I wonder if the budget was shared for all 3 or if all 3 are going to have like 8 each.
Yeah. I mean, but even then, it's like 8 is a really small budget. So that's why it makes me think that they shared the budget for every movie.
Maybe. I mean,
because everything's filmed already.
I mean, the second one it was $5 million, and that was like a trailer park.
Yeah, and that movie still, I mean, a lot of the people love a lot of the scenes in that movie because they were very effective.
And then the first one was 9.
Yeah, and that one was in a house. It just takes place in one house. So, yeah.
And Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey 2 is $1 million.
God.
Anyways, I will say the end here when they're finally tied up and sitting in the chair because we knew this was coming. I liked that I didn't know that they were there. I didn't know they were there until he got stabbed.
Well, it's because we don't see them.
We don't see them, but I thought they were, because you know how they're like saying I love you and saying bye, and he's like, will you marry me? And she's like, yeah. I thought we were gonna get them walking in because they were waking up. So I thought they weren't in the room yet.
I see.
So I thought they were gonna walk in and then they were gonna present themselves. The stabbing kind of got me because I was like, oh shit, they're already there listening.
Yeah, but you know what's funny? In that part, I'm pretty sure we get a shot of their backs and nobody's there in the room. So they just show up.
You see, maybe that's why I thought they weren't there.
And because I was like,
Ryan just gets fucking stabbed.
Yeah,
he just finishes.
It got me too because I didn't know that.
Oh shit, they're here.
Yeah, so
they didn't even say the line yet.
Yeah, and he dies.
Yeah,
like
he dies.
He don't get a chance. He just fucking dies.
And that's why he would tip them over so they would just choke on their blood.
Yeah, and it's like, also it's sad. He proposes to her because he says everything's gonna be okay. I mean,
and it's also sad when a cute boy dies like that.
I get it. He was nice to look at.
He was.
So that's why he was pushing them they can choke on their blood.
I think so because that's what happens to him.
Yeah. So that makes more sense.
Because he wasn't dying until he pushed him and then the blood started coming out of his mouth.
Yeah. So he dies, and then that's when she has the line, "Why'd you do this?" And she says, "Because you were here." And
then it's weird because Pinup Girl stabs him, but then the crow face stabs her. So it's like female to male and then male to female. I wonder why that choice.
He stabbed her.
Pinup Girl stabs Ryan.
Yeah.
Scarecrow stabs Maya.
Well, if we want to talk about like sexual higher being, the women are usually the one that is penetrated. But Ryan, since he was a little bitch.
Okay.
Is his name Ryan?
It's Ryan.
Okay, yeah. I thought I almost said Josh.
He looks like a Josh.
So Pinup was like, I have the power. The knife resembles the penis. Like how much in Halloween, Michael's penis.
It's a pretty big knife.
Yeah, exactly. Boom, stabs him, and he takes it. She takes it from him. And the opposite, she stood up to Scarecrow because she said, "Fuck you, bitch." Like, she didn't say bitch, but I wish she would have said it. And then he stabs her because she found out basically. So I'm just bullshitting. I don't know. I'm just trying to find meaning into this.
Of course you are. So She ends up living because the cops start coming.
Yeah.
So they leave immediately.
And you see the cops coming one way and they swerve to the other
I'm
side.
like, they saw them.
Yeah, like there's
The
no way
lights
you
were-
see a light.
Yeah. But whatever.
Yeah.
We'll keep driving. She gets saved. She wakes up at a hospital. It's
Mm-hmm.
raining. She has flowers from her friends from Greece because they were established early in the movie through a FaceTime call. Because they were, I think they were supposed to go on the trip with them, but they didn't go.
Yeah.
And then it ends
So then it cuts.
to Strangers Chapter 1. We get some little credits, and then we get an end credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
And she's in bed waking up from like a nightmare. But when she gets up,
Nick Fury shows up at the end and she says, "We need an Avengers team."
well, Scarecrow's right next to her, and that's when Nick Fury shows up and tells them, I'm signing you up for the initiative. And then Jason, Freddy, and Michael show up behind him.
You a bad bitch, actually.
Yeah, no, but Scarecrow's like right next to her in bed.
So
it makes me wonder
if it's her trauma
or
if he's just
if we're
the
going to get a
actual-
Halloween 2 in the next chapter.
More than likely, unfortunately.
Yeah, which would be more interesting if it's her like seeing them.
Yeah.
And they're not really there. But then it's like, are they going after her because she survived? But if that's the case and they don't have a motive, then what's the point of going after her? She's traumatized.
Yeah. It's like what. And that's the thing. I guess it's like a lot of people said that the ending had them hype for the next one. I was like,
No,
It was-
I'll still be seated.
yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I might as well fucking do it.
I'm gonna finish it like I finished the Halloween trilogy.
Yeah,
But
especially for the show.
right, but I'm like, okay, she's at the hospital, she survived, and he was next to her. Was he really there? I don't know.
Yeah, I guess they don't really establish.
And where's the other two?
Exactly. So
That would have been better. The girls died, and he was the last one left.
and
Then
she-
I see why he goes after her.
Yeah, and like maybe like she has like, okay, we killed these two,
Mm-hmm.
and then maybe like this one gets away, and now she's like scared because she's like, fuck, he could be anywhere.
And she becomes Sarah Connor.
Oh my god, and she joins them.
We should have made this movie.
Lionsgate.
Because at least they made a movie, I guess.
No, they made a movie at the end of the day, but that was The Strangers.
The Strangers,
Chapter 1.
And like we do in every movie, I'm just kidding. That's your line.
And like we do in every movie, we go to Letterboxd and we give it a review and a rating. So, Carlos, what was your review and rating?
So I gave this movie a 1.5. I know, guys. I'm sorry. And I said, I feel like this movie was supposed to be a parody of the original, and it took itself way too seriously. Had a couple of moments I enjoyed, but overall did nothing new and exciting to keep me engaged. I honestly just wanted to see how it ended. Lastly, as a major horror fan, I will be watching the rest of the trilogy.
Yep. I mean, you gotta have to. You're invested. Alrighty. So I almost didn't rate it. I kind of was like, damn, I really don't like this movie. But I gave it a 1.
Okay.
I'll be fair. I'll give it a 1. I said a horrible remake to an already mediocre film. When I say mediocre, I say it loosely because I still enjoy a lot of that movie. But again, it's a movie that already has problems that I feel like could have been just done better, and I feel like they fucked up that opportunity.
You know what's crazy? I was on Rotten Tomatoes checking out the other ones. These 3 movies, none
Right.
of them are fresh.
Nope.
Audience and critics, none of them are fresh.
Yep. A lot of people love Pray at Night way more than the first one.
And you know what? Pray at Night is it's literally 50-50.
Yeah.
It's like at 49%.
Yeah, so it's one of those because what is good about the first movie is really, really good.
Right.
And we've talked about that. And I love those good moments, but there's a lot of fucking parts where you're just like, oh my God, just
Can we
fucking
keep
move on.
Yeah, right.
It's really slow. And I get when people say it's a boring movie. Totally get that. Pray at Night, it was like more like, let's just do the slasher. Like,
Let's have fun.
Them, yeah, and I feel like what people wanted, like from the first one. So they're like, okay, let's give it to them in this one.
And the final girl, she
a
does
bad
things, and I'm
bitch.
like, girl.
Yeah.
This
Iconic.
is what I wanted to see in this movie.
Yeah, and it's like I feel like this movie, instead of being it could be they didn't call it a remake. They said a reimagining. You know what movie I think about when I think of a reimagining?
Evil Dead 2013.
Exactly. What did they do? They did a lot of new things in that movie that the first movie didn't have. So what they should have done is, people kind of liked the creepy factors of the first movie. People love the aesthetics of the second one. Put them together. perfect. They could have just done that. But no, we had slashers that were slashing at doors, and then when they had the opportunity to do something, they would just walk away, and then they were away. We don't know where they're at now.
Honestly, I felt like they should have killed at least one or two of them.
Yep. And then continue the story, that part. Also, don't announce that there's 3 movies after that. Leave it a little mystery.
Like, what are we doing? Are we following other people or are we following her for 3 movies?
Yeah, which is, I'm like, okay. So
Which I'm pretty sure Howard and Grace are going to make an appearance in the next movies and they're going to die.
Yep, they're just bodies.
That's why they were established as FaceTime calls as her besties.
Yeah, and I feel like there's gonna be some cult thing that's gonna happen with the town.
Maybe.
Because even the cook, we forgot to mention, she had a pamphlet for the church, and he was like, "No, I'm good."
Oh, that's true.
So it's like they're already establishing that the town is gonna have to do something with it.
I didn't catch that. Yeah, that's very true. They have this whole church thing going on.
So it's like I'm kind of
they're
like
probably inbreds. Which is this is wrong turn.
It's literally it's Friday the 13th, The Strangers,
Wrong turn,
Massacre
of the Evil Dead.
Of the Evil Dead Rise Corn. Like, I don't know. I feel like this movie really fucked up the opportunity to make something new and creepy and refreshing. That's all we were asking for.
And you can't come and say, oh well, slashers are like overdone, which that's not true because we still get amazing slasher movies that still do new things today. Fear Street, for example, I guess.
And people even then fucking bitched about that too. Yeah.
Anyways, I want to rewatch those. That's my next thought. But anyway, that's not the point. Daddy of the movie.
Yeah, Daddy of the movie, I guess.
Maya.
I
liked her.
Yeah, she was
that's my Little Mermaid.
Yeah.
If they may ever remade it again.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, no.
No more remakes. I'm just kidding. More remakes. Yeah, she was great. I mean, she's again. I feel like the script was more the issue than her.
Yeah, I know for sure.
I think she really delivered a lot, and she's a great actress. She's talented. We've seen her. We've seen it.
Put her as Poison Ivy. She already has the red hair.
That's a good. That's a good one. That's a good choice.
Because I don't think she has the Ariel voice like Halle Berry did, or Halle. Wow,
what's her name?
Bailey. Yeah, Halle Bailey.
But it was funny actually. There's a part where she's looking through the peephole. That she's like on her tippy toes, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so tiny."
Yeah,
she's so tiny.
And then Dollface is like,
"Yeah,
with the hand,
horrible."
And then she's gone.
Do you think she ducked down?
She ducked. She ducked.
Fair kill. There's not really any kills in this movie.
I'll give it to the Airbnb guy.
Yeah, he got
because he flew like Jenna Ortega and X.
Oh yeah, he was at the front door and then he's like in the other side of the fucking hallway.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess his was the best one. I guess it's the only really kill besides the boyfriend
and the chicken.
No, come on.
They ate burgers too.
Yeah, bro, but that's my boy. They killed the chicken.
That's true.
I grew up with chickens.
Yeah, me too.
I've been around you for a long time. Big old chicken. Yeah, I guess that's pretty much it, right? For our, because there's not. What else? There's nothing else.
Nah. Nope.
No. We already did our roulette of horror.
We did it last week, which if you watched last week's episode, we explained that if we're able to go see The Strangers, we were going to see The Strangers. If not, we were going to watch Talk to Me and do Talk to Me. So Talk to Me will be for next week.
Which I'm excited. I said it in the last episode. I'm very, very excited.
Me too.
It's still on the plastic wrap.
I haven't opened it yet.
That shit is still unopened.
I haven't opened it yet.
So I'm very excited for that. Yeah, so that's basically it. Again, go down below if you want to support us directly.
Yeah.
We have our horror mommy. So if you're out there, go rep that merch.
Hell yeah, bro.
But if not, you can always just leave a comment, a review on all of our audio platforms or on YouTube itself. Subscribe is completely free.
Yeah, and if you want to just support me, just DM me. And I'll give you my Zelle or Cash App or something.
Oh. Well, it was my birthday a couple weeks ago.
That too.
So, anyways. So, yeah, that's basically it.
That's pretty much it. So, and remember.
Stay spooky and don't open that door.
Because Tamara's most likely not home.
Bars.
See you in your dreams.
Horror Daddies.
Bye.
Bye, guys.